Hi. Hello there. Okay. Do 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 do. Hey, my dear bunnrings. I'm Korakira, your ever curious and ever loyal companion, and your personal guide to the retro realm of bunnhop. Konnichiwa. Korakira temoshiban. Yoroshiku onegaishiban. Welcome, my dear bunnrings, to part 16 of our Chill Play Dragon Age the Veilguard series. Scott Crosby Arch is the first one in the chat. Witness his firstness. He has arrived. He has graced us once again with his presence. How are you doing? Good morning, Scott. There we go. Okay. Goodbye. I am not going to do that. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No. So what we're going to do is load this previous save. Because we made a big mistake. Previously. I'm glad that they had that autosave for us. Just before this cutscene with the Gloom Howler.
I'll spill mine before that happens.
And I'll collect, Warden.
Scott says, first again, I am too powerful. You are indeed. I am very happy that you are here. How are you doing?
Leave these animals alone. They aren't yours.
It's our affiliate anniversary on Twitch. I didn't know that. Happy anniversary to us, bunnrings! No, says Davrin. Scott says, pretty awful few days, but I'm here now, so that's good. I'm sorry to hear that, Scott. I hope that the coming days will bring you joy and happiness and a lot of interesting and joyful things, entertaining things for you. I hope that the latter part of this week brings you
there are
happiness.
only 13 griffins alive in Thetis. That monster just took 12 of them.
What if we could help get them back?
I'd ask, what's the catch?
I need a monster hunter. For the blight to end all blights.
Congrats, says Scott.
The first
Thank
warden
you for
agreed
that.
to this?
So we are redoing
the first
this
warden is
autosave
wasting time,
because
treating
Mia
this like
told
any other
us
blight. We can't wait for him to
previous
take
stream
action.
that we made a big
Going
mistake.
against Weishaupt's orders?
I don't have a choice. There are powerful mages behind all this, and we have to hunt them down.
Well, you did save Assan back there, so you're no lightweight.
Boop.
And if you can help get the other griffins back.
I love Assan. He's my baby.
He likes the idea.
He's hoping you brought food. All right. Come on, Assan. Let's get to know our new friends.
Thank you for the Bunwave emotes, Rose, on Twitch. And Rose says, so great to see you again, Scott. I hope you are doing well on YouTube. And she adds, oh no, sorry to hear that, Scott. Thanks for being here, and I hope things get better. Okay, so we had to redo this part 3 times. Well, we did it the first time, and then we had to redo it twice because in our previous stream, Mia was kind enough to tell us that we are still able to get the best ending of the game, or the good ending rather, even if we choose to save Treviso. And as I mentioned
So this is where you live, huh?
previously,
In the Fade?
Treviso is
Yeah,
my first
it's
choice.
cozy. And the gods can't find us here.
Because it's more logical.
Right. Never going to get used to that.
We'll find you and Assan a nice...
Davrin base check. Says Rose.
What's wrong?
Everything's wrong. Treviso and Minrathous are both under attack.
Blighted dragons. 2 of them. 1 for each city.
Damn it! So the dragon at Demeter's Crossing wasn't the only one.
Dang it.
You got back just in time.
Dang it.
Okay. Mia saved
All right,
us, says
what do we know?
Rose.
2
Mia,
dragons
our,
at once has to be the gods behind it.
patron saint
Treviso's a
of
merchant
knowledge.
city. It has no defenses, and the canals run everywhere. If we don't stop that dragon, people will die. Innocent people. My people. They either die right away from the dragon, or slowly
the more
after, from
logical
blight in the water.
choice really is
We
is
need to
pick
go to
Treviso.
Treviso.
And leave Minrathous to burn?
Nev.
You're a
Scott
shadow
says
dragon,
that is
Rook.
an
You
unpractical
know the Viper,
hat. I
Tarquin,
know.
every damn
It
shadow.
looks great on her though.
We'll fight to the end, but people will get hurt, or worse. And if we fail, the Venatori will take advantage. They'll make a push for the throne, and hand the gods the entire Tevinter Empire.
Rose says Scott also blesses us with such firstness. Scott is our patron saint of firstness. Okay,
If we decide to go to...
Damn it! There's no time!
stop cutting me off,
It's
woman.
my city! Ah, city! I need to be in Minrathous.
And I must go to Treviso. Go where you feel you must, Rook. We cannot wait.
Fashion above all else, says Rose.
What's our
and
move,
Scott
Rook?
agrees with her sentiment. The fit above all. Here we go. This is it. As I mentioned in the past, the very first time we were presented with this choice is that the more logical choice is to help Treviso, because they've got a lot of civilians. They're not a fortified city, and because it is I feel like it's modeled after Venice. They've got canals there. The water supply, would really cause the death and the blightness, blightened, and would blighten, would infect the populace. Minrathous, on the other hand, is of course a more fortified region or city, capital city of Tevinter, and then also you've got the Archon's palace ready to shoot down lasers or cannons or whatever. I remember Rose saying that you've got the Antam here, but then Mia told us in the previous stream that there is a reason, a lore reason, a spoiler reason as to why the Antam are not going to help Trevisans or Trevisians, counter the archdemon or the dragon, the blighted dragon. But in Minrathous, you've got circle mages, you've got everyone. You've got magisters, very powerful, some of the most powerful mages in the entire Thedas. So yeah, logically speaking, Treviso also lightens our burden in a way, because we won't lose our option, the possibility to romance Lucanus. Nev will be fine. It'll be harder to bond with her if we choose to romance her, but it's not going to be really hard. So I feel like the game is pushing you to also pick the logical choice. Unfortunately, and the first time that we did this, and the second time too, we chose Minrathous because of a big error on the part of the reviewers. As you know, we always try to spoil ourselves and look for guides and all of that, especially when it comes to major decisions such as this one. But unfortunately, I don't know why, but the initial reviewers, the first ones to get the copy of the game back in 2024, they wrongly assumed that you cannot get the good ending with Treviso, because you'll take like a minus 200 or 250 affinity or power with faction power for the Shadow Dragons, but at the same time, there's actually a way to get past that. You just have to sell items that the Shadow Dragons love to this wisp that you'll find later at the crossroads. So there's that, and I'm really bummed. I feel bad that these reviewers didn't really take the a little bit of effort, didn't make the effort to update their videos or their websites, their pages for Veilguard guides. Even if, you know, we could have played the game after, or they could have, I'm sure fans would have told them that, yeah, this is not entirely true. You can actually still finish the game with a good ending with if you decide to help Treviso. So yeah, I'm really bummed about that. But at least we have the previous save. It didn't take us too long. We didn't have to re-meet Davrin the third time. Scott says, I just got Game Pass again. Congratulations. For a month. It's been a while. I just downloaded this. I've been sweating Forza Horizon 6. So much fun. I hope you enjoy it. Show us some of your cars and some of your racing moves. Are you good with drifting? I'm not really sure if I can do drifting in games. I try to, but I mostly fail. Rose says, nice God, Horizon 6 sounds so fun. I really love racing games. She does. She's good at it. The info is outdated. Yeah, that is the short of it. The Rose is very good at being concise. Let's help Treviso. We help Lucanus and the Crows protect Treviso civilians from the blighted dragon and resultant blight poisoning. That is the most logical thing to do.
We help Lucanus and Treviso
as well.
We have to trust that the Shadow Dragons can take care of things in Minrathous. That said, two of you should join Nev there. See if you can help.
Assan!
And we'll head to Treviso.
I love Assan.
Understood.
Let's all try to make it through this alive, alright?
Alrighty then. Yeah, the only thing that you miss out on if you choose to save Treviso is the political quest line with my brother. I was about to say Varric. Sorry, Dorian. With my brother Dorian, which is sad, but it's okay. I don't mind. I can watch someone's playthrough of that quest line and enjoy it. Let me see. Well, maybe Davrin, because he's new and I want to get to know him better. That's not true, says Rose. I'm okay. She's always very humble. Happy affiliate anniversary to us on Twitter. And thank you, Scott, for saying congrats. I saw that earlier. Thank you. Scott says, Rose says you're probably better,
Listen,
Scott.
the dragon! The Antam brought it here somehow.
They're fighting crows and saying the dragon will break our meaningless resistance.
Bastards!
The Antam themselves. That's it. That's what Mia hinted at last stream. The Antam themselves brought the dragon here. Oh no. To fight against the crow resistance. Rose adds, I played Gran Turismo when younger, but because I had a PlayStation, but I wish I got to play the Forza games. I think we tried to play it on the Xbox a couple of years ago, but as part of Game Pass or something like that. The free trial for Game Pass.
Worse than I thought.
That
How do
is
we fight
huge.
this?
That is
Let's find
huge.
your crow friend, then make a plan.
Oh, Lord. No, are you alright, Mr. Crows?
Someone has to stop it.
Mr. and Miss Crows? This is beautiful. I keep getting sidetracked, I'm sorry. It's the ADHD. It's the ADHD in me. I hope you don't miss out on chests.
Crows can win against the dragon! It fights for us! Fight for the Antar! That beast in the sky will take this city for the Antam. All you will be is dust.
I get it. That is the reason.
Keep it coming, Rook.
Thank you, Davrin. You're too nice. So, it is the Antam that brought the blighted dragon here. They plan to use it to their advantage to take over the city of Treviso. Oh!
We have to kill that dragon. Treviso can't take much more.
Is it it's an ice dragon, I think. Scott says both great games. Horizon is more fun for me. The free roam is peaceful. Oh yeah, I do remember. You can go around the immediate race area.
Look, over here. It's Taya from the Crows.
Just a moment, Tail. Oh no, is this Haven all over again? Do I have to rush in to save her?
Rook, you're just in time.
Yay, Lucanus.
When the dragon attacks,
Don't hate on
the
me,
Antam
please.
soon follow.
It is strong and fast. You must get its attention, then lure it onto the ground.
We'll figure out a way.
We'll do it.
Drop your courage. We will need it.
Don't you worry, Miss Taya. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing. But first, since Lucanus has joined our party, we'll go around. Take our time. Rose says, yeah, the free roam is good. I tried it in, I tried a demo, I think, but sadly we didn't have time to play the full version. Gran Turismo is more like Forza Motorsport, right? Motorsport. Did you manage to play the motorsport? Is it fun? Look at all the blight. Treviso has been infested. We really need to do our best. Taya, are you just gonna stay here? Why can't you join us? More cutscenes.
Despair, ignorance, mortal confusion.
Wow, Resident
Yet
Evil
this city
still.
offers nothing better than a pawn of the Dread Wolf.
Gillenane!
Your patron could not stand against us ages past. He will not help you now.
Do you
Give
think?
us the Dread Wolf's dagger.
What do you think you can intimidate
get
me
it.
with your?
Retrieve the knife and whatever else remains of these mortals.
Ooh, look at that. He's definitely bited. That dragon is wrong. Yes, Scott. I'll have to look that up. Oh yeah, I managed. Corey is the ice talon. That is the dragon, the blooded dragon. So it's not an archdemon, is it? This is the blooded dragon that we have to fight. I don't think he's an archdemon. He is just a fight. Corey is the ice talon. Oh, we have to target his leggy. Oh no! He's strong AF. Yeah, go ahead.
Now's your chance.
Now's our chance. His head. Do I not have enough? Oh yeah, I did look up the
That is enough! We have urgent need of your strength elsewhere.
Really?
Come, return to me!
Return to me. Really? Are you
Going!
kidding?
That was a close one.
What? We don't get to actually fight the dragon? Is he an archdemon? I think he
You fought it off.
He could be.
If Gillenane hadn't called it away.
Wow. Matters more Treviso's save. Makes me nervous. This isn't the end.
It's more important that it stopped attacking the city.
That's
Everyone
right.
with a home that still stands will agree.
That thing was tough. It'll be hard to put down for good.
What happened to Treviso would have been worse if you hadn't arrived when you did. I cannot imagine how much worse.
Still have to help with that dragon in Minrathous.
Let's go.
Wait, that's it? Are you... What? That was... Oh no. Look at Minrathous. That was one of the most, I would say, anticlimactic boss fights. I was thinking of a tactic to use and which abilities.
We're here.
Ooh,
What's the
the
situation?
Viper.
Where were you?
Treviso. The dragon.
This is your city. I thought... Forget it.
Oh no, she's devastated by the impending chaos in Minrathous. It was a hard decision. I was going to come here. I thought you could handle it. It was a hard decision. It was very hard.
I'm sorry, but I had to choose.
And you did.
Sorry,
The
Nev.
Venatori took large parts of the city while we were fighting their dragon. We lost people. And Asher...
I'm fine. You are not fine.
No, Viper.
He took a claw to the gut. A claw from a blighted dragon. Think about that.
The blight's in his blood.
No.
But that means...
A slow death.
Please.
You've brought
so
nothing but
bad.
trouble since you came back.
Wow. They really hate me now.
It's not Rook's fault. I chose to engage it. Because he was going for a safe house. Because half of us were already dead. I'm fine. You are not
He is
fine.
a hero. You will be
No one is
celebrated
fine.
as one.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't think there's anything you can do right now. I'm
Sorry,
going to be
Nev.
here a while. You should... just go.
Sorry. It's the biohazard final boss, says Rose. Gillenane is Ursula on Ozempic, as Mia said previously. Why show the dagger? Why show her the dagger, says Rose. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Don't show the dagger. After coming face to face with Gillenane herself, the team... Oh, there. Our bond increased with everyone except for Nev, of course. The team drove away the Blighted Dragon in Treviso. Lucanus and the Crows are grateful without intervention. The monstrous beast would have blighted the canals, yet Treviso's salvation has come at a cost. Without additional aid, the Shadow Dragons were overwhelmed. Helpless as the dragon in Minrathous tore their city apart. I feel bad for Asher, the Viper. We shared ideals. We were all helping. We were both helping free enslaved people in Minrathous. And it's really sad that he's now blighted. But it is war, though. Those kind of stuff happen. I still feel bad. And now Neb and the Shadow Dragons hate us, but it is part of it. It's part of the game. That felt really bad. I feel like in Inquisition, I didn't have to make those kinds of like really heavy, really dark decisions. So the people, the initial reviewers, the critics who said that Veilguard is a bit too safe and it's not dark, no, I don't agree with them. I really don't, because in Inquisition I felt like it was less dark. The choices weren't that hard. There's like the mages versus Templars type of thing. Yeah, I agree, there is that. And then you basically lose the support of, you cannot help the mages if you chose the Templars. There's that, but I think this is a bit more personal for me, because, you know, you are a Shadow Dragon, and then you chose to, or we are Shadow Dragons, and then we chose to help the other side first. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's a really hard, it's a tough choice, but oh well. This heavy blade was wielded for formidable effect in past wars against Tevinter. This is for us? Yeah, it is for us. Veil's bow. That was fast, says Rose, with the laughing and the crying emotes. And she adds, it's not like the main character decided to go to a spa instead. We saved another city. Yeah, that's a bit uncalled for, but I understand. I can understand why, because it is still a major decision. And we are Shadow Dragons. We should have helped them. But also, we go by logic here. We're very logical people. We need to help the one that actually would suffer more danger. And also, you know, I don't know. I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to romance someone. After coming face to face. Oh yeah, we already read that.
Lighted dragons. Darkspawn obeying the Venatori. Maybe Solus will know something.
So we'll have to consult with Solus. So the Venatori brought the dragon to Minrathous, and they also were the Antam, on the other hand, in Treviso brought the dragon there. Before we talk to Solus, let's first upgrade
The fires are lit.
our caretaker. They are now level 6. And then we'll go ahead and speak with our companions because I am interested to know what they think of our choice.
Poor Nev. She didn't deserve what happened to her city. None of the shadow dragons in Minrathous did. Not that it would have been any better in Treviso. Sometimes there's just no good choice, right?
I agree. It's the same thing. Mages versus Templars. There is no good choice. Whoever you choose in Inquisition will basically be used by whoever you didn't choose. The faction that you didn't choose in Inquisition would have been co-opted by Corypheus. So there is no good choice. It just depends on what you want to see in your game and who you think need it more. But I am curious, how many of you decided to help Minrathous instead? Or if you were playing this game, if you were to play this game, would you say Minrathous or Treviso? Yeah, she is not here. Update, still watching this. Has it moved over an inch? The whisper? This is the gift. At least we gave her a gift before she got mad at us. Yeah, so that's how it is. The companion that you didn't, whose city you didn't help, or you didn't choose first to help, will not be available at the crossroad, at the lighthouse rather, for some time.
Stretching the legs?
I'm not trapped underwater anymore. Everything is stretching my legs.
There's that. I'm glad to hear that they're not arguing or anything like that about our choice. I wonder if any of them would have preferred if we chose to help Minrathous instead. Oh, now we've got... Oh, this has been rebuilt. This has been rebuilt. This is where Davrin lives now. This is Davrin's room. I'm happy. I'm happy that we came here. Scott says, I don't think I got this far in my original playthrough. Regardless, I would help the many. Ooh, good to hear, Scott. And so you did play Veilguard for a while, and where did you stop? But I agree. I'm glad that we see eye to eye on that. I would love to. In real life, I would also prefer to help the many. The more logical choice. Oh wait,
what?
How cute.
You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen.
He likes yams.
Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I love it.
I meant Assan.
Oh, I guess we're both adjusting.
What's the Griffin's history?
What's the history between Grey Wardens and Griffins?
For those of you that you're
Back in the
not
day,
familiar.
Grey Wardens raised them as aerial cavalry. When a blight got going, Wardens rode them into battle.
Very
Eventually,
cool.
war took its toll.
Well, we all
They
need.
died out.
We all need a refresher, anyway. It's been more than 10 years since the last. Well, when it was released, it was yeah. It's been more than 10 years since the last Dragon Age game. Rose says I would also save Treviso. Scott says I played about 10 hours worth when it first came out. Ooh. What did you think of it? Where does Assan come from? We did hear in the previous Dragon Age that the Griffins all died out, but they're more like extinct. There are some. Where does Assan come from?
Then where did Assan and the others come
Near
from?
extinction, rather.
Way
Near
I heard
extinction. There we go.
Someone found a
Endangered.
journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs.
Ooh.
They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching, and out came 13 talkative griffins.
13 of
Now,
them.
down to just one.
Oh no, we'll have to find Assan's siblings. He's welcome here.
Well, a confused griffin should fit right in around here.
Appreciate it. There's no training manual for them anymore.
Yeah, I love how
guess we'll
he's
figure it
listening
out
to
together.
Davrin.
Griffins don't trust easily.
Really?
Lancet and Remy had to work to win them over. They said a warden and a griffin have to move as one. Think as one.
Ooh.
They call it Turlum. Sort of
Turlum.
unity. But now, they're both dead.
It's up to you to
Why'd the Gloom Howler attack the area?
take on the mantle.
I
or
intend to
something
find
like that.
out.
Take the mantle, right?
First it stalks wardens. Now it's after the griffins.
We'll find them.
Don't worry. You and I have a deal. We'll find them.
I agree.
Appreciate that. Though it sounds like you've got your hands full around here.
Just a tad.
Elgernon and Gillenane. Hard to believe.
Can't be easy hearing your own gods are ending the world.
Elves have enough trouble. Don't need this on our heads too. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
He knows his history. I wonder which Dalish tribe he belongs to. It isn't so bad.
I know. Our problem around here is we think too small.
Okay then. Good to know the boss can laugh about it.
Not really. But dwelling on things won't help.
Oh no, he's getting hungry.
What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Wow, picky boy. Oh, he doesn't like
Maybe
yams.
you need a new menu.
Do we have, ooh, yay, he approves. Do we have a quest? No? Can we not give, oh, maybe we can purchase food from merchants to feed Assan. That might be it. Have you got no quests to give us, Davrin? Oh, alright. Scott says, I enjoyed it, I think. I wasn't in the right headspace. No problem at all. I hope you are enjoying the stream, though. And I hope that if you decide to pick it up again in the future, the game, I hope that you enjoy it as well. His bed looks cozy. It's bigger than Harding's. I feel like Harding needs a bigger bed. I feel like he has the biggest bed of all. I don't know why, but it looks Ferelden to me. The bed. It looks like it belongs in Haven. Okay, have we got nothing to change to this monument to? Oh well. So we don't have Nev with us, and she won't be here for a long time. Rose says, I hope you enjoy your next playthrough. I hope so too. I am enjoying it. For a couple of days I've been reflecting on Dragon Age the Veilguard. And then Rose and I decided to rewatch my favorite YouTubers Fallout lore videos. Because I did mention in the previous live stream a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, that oh, we can now change the decor here. The original one is just as it was when Solus lived here, or Elven, and eclectic. There is no difference. What do you mean? An eclectic style reflecting the elves' vast history from the grandeur of the past to the current humble Dalish lives. I don't see the difference. Wait, what? Oh, is it the tapestry? It's the tapestry, isn't it? It is the tapestry. Well, let's do Elven for now. Let's celebrate our Elven friends, their history and their culture. Davrin and Balara. I hope they do like it. I wonder if Balara and Davrin are both from the same Dalish tribe, or are they from different tribes? Look at that. It looks cute. I like it. I like the Elven. Ooh. I love it. I like the Elven tapestry. Scott says, it's downloaded already! Just waiting for things to settle down. Ooh, I wish you the best. And you will be choosing Treviso as well, right? Do you know, have you decided... Ooh, that's so pretty. Have you decided what backstory to choose? Are you going to be a Shadow Dragon, a Lord of Fortunes, a Grey Warden, or an Antivan Crow? And also, what race will you play as? And what class? I feel like I do love being a warrior in Dragon Age games. They're a bit more, you know, tanky compared to being a rogue. I remember in my first playthrough of Inquisition, I kept dying.
Things always seem impossible. Just fight one battle at a time.
I'm so glad that we have you here, my older brother, Varric. My Aniki. That should be the Japanese word of the day, but I think I chose a different one. Aniki. It's a slang term. I wouldn't say slang, but another word, a more casual word for calling your older brother Aniki. My Aniki Varric. Okay, so I was, as I was saying, I was reflecting on Dragon Age of Veilguard, and Rose and I have started rewatching the Fallout lore videos of our favorite YouTuber or content creator, and then I remember saying about a month ago in a previous stream when one of my friends, one of my mutuals, Kay, asked how we're faring in Veilguard, if we like it or not, because she's also concerned about, you know, the negative reviews about Veilguard. And then I did inaccurately say that the writing is a bit more like Elder Scrolls writing or Bethesda writing, in a way that it's a bit simplistic, but I don't agree. After having been presented that choice, the Minrathous versus Treviso choice, and even slightly before that, I kind of changed my view on things. It's not as simplistic, and the thing is, Bethesda games, Elder Scrolls and Fallout in particular, those two franchises, they're not also simplistic. I would say that the main quest for those games are on the slightly simple side compared to other games, but the beauty of Bethesda games is that the main quest is not as convoluted, it's not as chaotic or complex maybe as other games, other modern RPGs, but it gives you that simplicity, gives you the motivation to go out and explore and find all these dark and sordid stories inside dungeons, inside or in unmarked locations. And my favorite YouTuber, Oxhorn, is very good at that. That was his thing in the past, even now. But that's what he does, is he goes out and explore every nook and cranny of the world, of the map, to find these unmarked stories of sadness, of misery, darkness, and all of these things that I think a lot of gamers enjoy, right? And that's what they said. The initial reviewers, the initial critics who played and reviewed Veilguard said that it lacked the darkness, that it's a bit too safe. But I disagree. I think that the main story of Veilguard is actually darker and heavier, and the choices that you make too are heavier and darker compared to Elder Scrolls games or Fallout games or any of those Bethesda games. But at the same time, because I'm someone who actually prefers lighter things, not too much darkness, so I actually prefer Inquisition when it comes to that, when it comes to the major choices. But that's not to say that Veilguard is bad. I think that there's not much difference between Inquisition and Veilguard, except for the fact that Veilguard has heavier and darker choices, because it makes sense. It is the end of the franchise. It's supposed to be the end of the franchise. It's the end of the world. You've got two big baddies out there, so the consequences are heavier and darker compared to Inquisition. I feel like I managed to play Inquisition in a way where I didn't really feel like I was making heavy or dark choices. So for people, and I feel like a lot of people, a lot of the big voices out there in the gaming industry prefer the darkness, the heaviness of choices in games. So I thought that they would like this more, right? Compared to Inquisition. I don't understand why they think it's not as dark, but I feel like it's darker, much darker than Inquisition. Heavier choices. I feel like the only thing that it lacks is the length of dialogue. I think that the dialogues in Veilguard are a little bit on the simpler, shorter side of things. But that's it. That's the only difference. Veilguard is heavier, darker, main stories. Inquisition has longer, more fleshed out, more thought out, but better written dialogues. But when it comes to companions and all that, they're the same. I feel like the companions in Inquisition, companions in Veilguard, they're kind of the same. They have banters. They don't see eye to eye. So the reviews that said that Veilguard's dialogues, especially with companions, are a bit too childish. I don't know. Some people said that it sounds like HR seminar. I don't know. I don't understand that. I've never really worked at a company with a big HR. I've never really worked at a big company with an HR department. So maybe I don't understand. Maybe that's why I don't understand it. But I feel like it's the same. The companions don't see eye to eye with each other. They get angry. Nev, for example, is really pissed at us. So I don't feel like it's like, oh, it's the end of the world, but everyone gets along well. Maybe later. But if so, then that's like, if it's toward the end of the game, then that makes sense. Even in Inquisition, at the end of the game, the companions that didn't see eye to eye in the beginning finally managed to find a common ground and build on that. So I think that's it. There's not that many differences between Inquisition and Veilguard. So I actually think that this is darker for me and heavier. Let me look at the chat. I'm sorry for the long blah blah blah. Scott says, I need to refresh my lore again. I've forgotten the details. No problem at all. We all need to refresh our lore. And Rose says, I'm so glad that Veilguard is on Game Pass and that you could re-download it. Scott says, it gets complicated when you have 170 side quests on the go. Lol. I agree. True. That's very true. For Bethesda games, The Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Oh yeah, that's one thing that I feel like it's lacking in Veilguard, is because it's not an open world game. You don't have that many side quests. You don't really feel like you can do a lot with the world. But for example, with Bethesda games, there's so many some people attack Bethesda games because they say that they're not very RPG. They don't really they're not as role play as other RPGs. They're not real RPGs, but I think that no. In Bethesda games, you can interact with the world more. So many things that you can do. You can go to a shopkeep's house at night while they're sleeping and just take all their stuff. That is role playing for me. You know, if you want to role play as a thief, then you can do that. The world is more interactive in Bethesda games. Compared to, let's say, BioWare games. That is my opinion, of course. Let me see. Rose says the negativity this game received was so ridiculous. It was full of lies. Yeah, there was so much misinformation. I understand subjectivity. I understand if some people don't like the simplicity of the dialogues. I understand that. I also wish at times that the dialogues were a bit more, mature and a bit more, well fleshed out, well thought out, more poetic at some certain points. But I also understand if they prefer that maybe that boss fight with the dragon was longer, or that the writing is a bit more like Inquisition or the older games. But I don't understand the critics who said that it's like, I don't know, it's very bad, like it's trash or something. But I don't really see much difference. There's not that many differences between Inquisition and Veilguard, so there's that. Rose says, hey there, Mia. Mia says, hey everyone, thank you for gracing us with your presence, our patron saint of knowledge. We were just talking about how you saved us from that choice last stream. Mia says, I feel like Inquisition was much heavier in tone than Veilguard, even though Veilguard has the heavier theme. And the companions do speak like HR training videos on diversity, lol. Really? Do you think so? We haven't gotten to that point. But we'll see. I'm not really sure why I feel like Veilguard is heavier. I think it's because of the decisions that you make. We didn't really have to make super duper big decisions in Inquisition for me. Maybe the tone that you're referring to could be dialogue tones. Yeah, I would say that. I would say that Inquisition dialogues are heavier, more mature, more poetic. I agree with you on that, but like the choices that you make, I feel like they're quite heavy here. In a way, I'm not really, fond of that heaviness and that weight, rather, the weight and the darker undertones of those decisions. So
when last we spoke, you intended to assault the cruel and the corrupt in hopes of finding servants of Elganan and Gillenane. Has your search been successful?
Yes.
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antam are working for Elganan and Gillenane.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antam want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
They're hurting people.
And they're using that power to hurt a lot of people. The Antam and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
That's
dragons?
Right.
That is worse than I had feared.
Sorry, Solus.
We drove off the one
Egghead.
the Antam brought to Treviso. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were
Really?
blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The blight. Of
Can we
course.
control the blight?
The blight seems
Or
to be the
sever
gods'
it?
favored tool right now.
The connection?
We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elganan would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Gillenane will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the blighted dragons.
That is the fate Elganan and Gillenane planned for this world then.
I don't like that then.
Corruption and blighted slavery.
Oh, how are you doing, Egghead? I hope you're okay in this weird fade area. Scott says it's a dumb argument. The internet sucks. I agree. I wish that the internet was a bit more welcoming, inclusive, and just kind. Everyone has their own opinions. That's all right. We all have different opinions, but I think that people should be a bit more respectful of other people's opinions instead of using the word trash. This game is trash. I've never played a game that's trash. Even the games that I cannot play because I'm not smart enough or patient enough to play turn-based games like Baldur's Gate 3 or the first 2 Fallouts. Or horror games. I cannot play horror games, but I love watching playthroughs of horror games. Even those games, I don't consider them trash, of course. There's always something to enjoy. There's always something that I like about those games, even if I cannot play them on my own. Rose says, but we are quite early in the game, I guess. Maybe the companions will speak like that later, but so far it seems quite similar to Inquisition, but simplified and short. Yeah, and also a bit, there's a bit of levity. It's not as serious. I feel like they're not as serious or mature, but it's not that bad. I don't think it's bad at all. Knock that poop off. You're no better. Instead of buy your demons, wow, these are all hostile dialogue options. Okay, I'll just say you're no better.
That's rich, coming from the guy who wanted to drown the world in demons.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the Veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The Veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the Veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
At least he had a plan. We didn't know about that, so we assumed that he's just doing really bad stuff. That he's just keen to you know, achieve his goal without caring about the loss of life. Thank you, Mia, says Rose. The colors are quite dark too, like this room. Yeah, the internet, especially these days. Mia says, I felt more tension and realistic conflict in the scenes where Vivienne and Solus are arguing over Cole and DAI than I ever saw between them in Veilguard. I still love the game, I just expected more. I would say that, yeah, I would agree with the dialogues are a bit on the lenient side, but I'm not really opposed to it. Of course, like if it could exactly be like a, you know, Inquisition, that would be much better. Between the companions and VGs, says Mia. Thank you for that opinion. I think that I mostly agree with that as well. Let me see. We didn't know. Minimize, really, that was a bad idea. Listen to yourself. We didn't know.
We thought you were just bringing the Veil down to destroy everything. If we'd known...
Thousands would still have perished.
Yeah, that's still a big number.
Varric would never have agreed to such a plan.
Why would you agree to it?
The world is broken because of my past choices. It falls to me to heal it, even if that healing comes with a cost.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man. All too aware of his failings.
But the world
but equally
isn't
aware
entirely
that if he
broken,
did not act,
though.
accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
Whatever they want.
I don't care what they call me. If they're calling me anything, it means they're still alive. That's all that matters.
Yes.
Acceptance. You are willing to face the consequences your actions may one day bring because the world needs you.
There you go.
I believe I can work with that.
There you go.
If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yes, we found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here.
No thanks to you.
You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elganon's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
We already have one.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now, though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
There we go. I'm glad that Solus is proud of us now. Notice me, senpai. Oh.
So this elven god thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
He's right, about the dragon hunter at least. The shadow dragons did all they could. The dragon was just too much. The moment the dust settled, the Venatori rushed in. Guess they knew it was coming. Nev's staying for now. She said she'll be back soon. But at least you took care of yours.
We heard it, but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
Treviso could have used a dragon hunter. That much is true.
I'm so glad that Harding's bruises and injuries have now all healed. Yeah. We'll be ready next time.
Then we find one. Next time a blighted dragon comes calling, it'll be the last time it comes calling.
We should not forget the second dragon in Minrathous. We ought to see what we can do to help. However, there is no telling how long Nev will be helping the Shadow Dragons with the aftermath.
I know.
Hey,
Ooh,
let's
hey,
not get
brother.
stuck in our regrets, all right?
Hang on a minute. Not only have you retained the services of a demon assassin, you're also taking advice from the elven god who attempted to tear down the veil.
Spite is my problem.
That's what they always say. Rook, Lucanus is one thing, but do you really trust this Solus?
So emo, says Rose. I know. And she adds, I get you, Mia. Inquisition presents those situations better, I suppose. Better written dialogue is all that I can, I would say, like, Inquisition did so much better than Veilguard. Better, more poetic, longer, more mature, better presented dialogues. Why Solus always playing these mind games, OMG, says Mia. I agree. That's why it's so hard to bond with him. He hasn't led us astray. Trust is a strong word. He hasn't led us astray.
He's been right about a lot of things. He knows how Elgar'nan and Gillenane work. We need him.
As long as you're sure.
So a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant.
It's okay.
I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
Thanks, Range.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
He's
All right.
he's up in
We all
his
know what to
feet.
do. Let's get going.
He's up on his feet. I'm so happy. My brother Varric has recovered from his injuries. Oh, they all approved. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I can see your point, Mia. It is not as heavy or serious or dark or, I don't know, poetic, I'd say. The dialogues here. Yeah, we've read that. Lucanus's I don't know if this changes the neatly written grocery list by Lucanus. Like that scene when Davrin was asking us if they're worth if we could really trust Solus and
The
Lucanus
cannot
as well.
thank you enough. I cannot. Treviso stands.
No problem.
But Minrathous, it should not have been a trade.
I agree. And, you know, we just said that, yeah, Solus hasn't led us astray, and then Davrin just, you know, he just accepted that. He just cut it out. Scott says, notice me, Eggman. Notice me, Solus. Lamau says Mia, and Rose says he always tries to sound so tragic. Yeah. He sounds like a miserable person, indeed. Solus. Is Varric back? Says Rose. As an advisor, I guess. Ooh, we've got a quest here with Davrin. Let's do that. I feel like companion quests should be done early.
Look, I was thinking of
in this
taking
game.
Assan for a walk. He could use the exercise. Chance to stretch his wings. Thought you'd like to come along.
Sure thing. How to train a griffin? Like how to train a dragon? Mia says, Rose, OMG, yes, sounds like he's trying too hard for a movie audition every time he talks. I agree. Why is Solus like that all the time? But I wonder which part sounds like an HR speak. I've never really talked to an HR personnel in my entire life, so I guess maybe that's why I don't know what they sound like. I think several things in this game clash, says Rose. Wouldn't you be in his position? Says Scott. I know, I don't like being stuck anywhere. Definitely not the Fade. That's why he's so miserable. They can now enchant items for us with powerful bonuses. Speak to them in the workshop. Oh, enchantment.
Need and knowledge.
Caretaker can now enchant items in your inventory. Really? Empowering the workshop, collecting mementos to let you upgrade. We've read that. So now we can enchant. Okay. So let's say that we enchant. Enchantment. It's like we're Sandal. We enchant our longsword. Ooh, that's so cool. What should we do? Fire damage. There we go. There. What did it cost us? Nothing? Rage generation. There we go. It costs us nothing, right? So might as well do that. I'll do defense. I'll do necrotic resistance. I'll do armor damage. I'll do, let me see, fire damage. I don't know, that's it for now. I gave up. Yes, Rose, that's true, says Mia. I agree. Thankfully, I never had to deal with HR2, says Rose. I've never been employed by really big, you know, multinationals and all that. Big companies with HR.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Ravani treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Ooh, from Ravani.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Ravane coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
That's great. Mia says he should love the Fade since he's always missing his spirit soul. He kept talking about the Faded Inquisition, so I don't know why he's not very happy where he is currently. And Rose says, exactly, Mia. Solus always talked about the Fade before, so what's wrong, Solus? Mia says, if you've ever had to watch those HR videos on conflict resolution in the workplace, then it would make sense why it feels that way. Very robotic, superficially polite, and stiff. Oh, I guess I haven't. I think I haven't done those. I haven't really. I'll have to look them up. Some HR videos on conflict resolution in the workplace. Yeah, if it's robotic and superficially polite and stiff, I wouldn't like that either. But if they're just naturally polite, because there are very polite, awkward people. I myself am one of them. Sometimes when I'm not feeling well, I'm awkwardly very polite, especially if I'm talking to someone that it's a stranger. I haven't known them, so I can be a bit too awkward and polite. So we'll see. We'll have to see. Rose, I'm screaming, says Mia. And Rose says, like in television ads for insurance or Medicare. Oh, we love those. Jonathan Lawson. That's Rose's favorite insurance agent, Jonathan Lawson. What is that? What is the company that he works for? Jonathan Lawson. Oh, there we go. What's happening in Ravane? I wonder.
What do you know about what's going on in Ravane right now?
Not much more than you do. Varric and I never went there while hunting Solus. The Kunari were on pretty good terms with Ravane, but that was before the Antam military broke away from the rest of the Kun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Antam invaded Ravane like they did Treviso and
Really?
Eastern Tevinter.
Oh no.
All right.
That's terrible.
Guess we'll be ready.
Close enough, says Mia. Okay, if it's that stiff, then yeah, maybe not very good, but we'll have to watch it on our own to be the judge of that. Scott says, have you had an accident at work lately? Oh yeah. That does sound very corporate, and I don't like corporate speak. Rose says, I can't even remember, lol. Jonathan Lawson. I appreciate the help.
Thanks for finding a contact. There can't be that many professional dragon hunters around.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an alluvion in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
I hope it does. I hope it does. Dragon's Lair. We'll first spend some time with Davrin. This is good to get to know our friends. I'm glad that we have enchanted some of our equipment, our gears. Hi, I'm Jonathan Lawson. I can't remember the service that he was selling. But it did
Okay,
sound a
Valara,
bit
what's your lead on getting us a Fate expert for the team?
Good evening.
Who are they?
So, we need a Fate expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now, he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Oh yeah, Mournwatch.
Your friend's request for a Fate expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navara?
Sorry, Lady Myrna, but can you tell us what Vorgoth is? Or maybe Vorgoth can tell us about who Vorgoth is. Okay. And now that we need help, medium darksome? How darksome is it? Enough that we need help.
We've seen terrible magic.
Medium darksome.
Old magic. It'll get worse unless we step up.
I see. Balara's correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkarin.
There we go,
a Fate
Emmerich.
expert and powerful psychagogue.
What's psychagogue? Okay.
Where can I find him?
The professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis.
All right.
We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately, they grow restless.
Is your friend Vorgoth dead? Because he doesn't seem to be a... Well, he was polite. He said greetings. But he also looked a bit dangerous.
No one said saving the world would be
Sinister.
easy. Just wish it were easier.
I know, Valara. It's hard, but we've all got each other. Jonathan Lawson the goat, says Rose. Mia says, I love shady Vorgoth, lol. He is a bit shady, but at least he's polite. He said greetings. That voice, though. It's like, what is the... who has more bass, Davrin or Vorgoth? But then Vorgoth sounds a bit more like Dremora. That reverb, I love it. Vorgoth is a badass. I remember them, says Scott. Ooh, I would love to get to know them. I would love to hear more about them and also spend some time with them. Vorgoth sounds like those antagonists in LOTR.
I hate being stuck in here.
What? You just stood up. You were on your legs. You were on your feet earlier, brother bear. Aniki. Did you get lazy? Did it hurt? That's why you have to, sit again. Take your seat. Mia says, I love that he gets away with speaking in all caps at all times. He's screaming, greetings. You will need him. He's just yelling at you. And it doesn't, it doesn't sound, impolite. So there's that. Manu is on YouTube. Hello, Manu. Welcome back to the stream. Manu says, hi. In this stream, the streamer let the poor people of Treviso die? No, thankfully not. Thanks to our patron lady of knowledge, Mia. She helped us last time. we let the shadow dragons suffer. That's what we did. Scott says he's just a vaguely vapor guy. I don't think they explain exactly what he is. Interesting. I like him. I like that guy. Rose says, hey there, Manu. Welcome back. I hope you're well. Minrathous was hit instead. That is true, says Rose. Vapor in a suit. Well, that's fun. Vapor in a suit. Let me go and travel to Arlathan? Okay. Sure, let's go travel to Arlathan. That's what Davrin wants. Let's bring a Davrin, and we cannot bring Nev with us. I'll bring Lucanus. There we go. travel to the crossroads. He's a vapor in a suit, says Rose, and Scott says apparently. Manu says, hello Rose, how are you? I see. Ha 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 ha. And Rose says, ooh, valuables may be sold to a spirit merchant at the crossroads market to help the shadow dragons. There we go. Thank you, tooltip. Rose says, praise the divine Lady Mia. I thought she was the empress and I'm the divine. It changes. We switch roles sometimes when we get bored. Mia says he's vapor, but he's not vapid. That's right. It's fine being vapor, but definitely not be vapid. Manu says, hello bud, thank God Treviso deserves better. I agree with you on that. Where do we go, Davrin? This way? Okay. Oh yeah, the Arlathan Forest. I keep forgetting which island leads to where.
Places between.
To which alluvion. That photo of Davrin says Rose. I know their photos aren't as I cannot take them as seriously as the tarot cards in Inquisition. I think the tarots were cooler, much cooler in Inquisition. These ones, it feels like we're playing, I don't know, Fortnite. Choose your hero. It's not for me. It's not for me. I am most grateful that your divine eminences gave Treviso another chance at life, says Mia. Thank you for your astute observations and also your knowledge. Thank you for sharing your knowledge.
Davrin, I suppose that was all right.
What was all right? Oh, Davrin's.
Lucanus, if you lose control
Combat
of
skills.
Spite, I'll have to put you both down. No hard feelings.
Good. But you should know, all the people who ever tried to kill me are dead.
Yeah, I can see that now. Even the banter isn't as severe or serious as Inquisition. Thank you for the great gameplay as well, Mia. It is your gameplay that is saving us a lot of headache. It's because you played this game wonderfully. Manu says, hello everyone, hope you're having a good afternoon. Good afternoon to you again, Manu. I hope that you've had a great lunch. I hope you are full. You've filled up so that you can enjoy your day ahead. Scott says, yo. Rose says we really wanted to. Those early Veilguard tutorials said if you want the best ending, you need to save Minrathous. Yeah. Logically speaking, I was explaining in my verbose way of explaining earlier that logically
patrols have checked in.
It's
They
best
found
to,
some more relics.
Ooh. It's best to save Treviso. That was my first choice too, because you know.
How are supplies? Running low as ever?
They're not as fortified as Minrathous.
Do we have the latest scouting report?
Lady Morrigan? Nothing? Nothing for us today? This is the same letter. I had to make dinner. Hope you're still streaming when I get back. No problem. Oh, it's already almost dinner time. Where you are. What do you plan to make? Mia says, hey Manu, Rose, yeah, I saw that too, but it wasn't true, Lamau. Yeah, I felt hurt. Like personally betrayed. when we realized that those guides were not updated. Personally betrayed. Thank you so much for letting us know, Mia. You saved our souls, says Rose. I agree. And she adds, I hope you enjoy your dinner. We should be. Yeah, we should be streaming by the time that you're back with your yums. Scott says, I shall have to go, guys. I will leave you to your killing. Thanks for the great stream. Thank you so much for sticking with us, Scott. I hope you have a good night's sleep and you'll have all the energy you need to face tomorrow and to enjoy your Thursday. And we'll see you again next time, Scott. Thank you for coming. There's something wrong with my... Oh! There we go. There was something wrong with my mouse for a while.
So, the Grey Wardens have griffins.
What of it?
It's another secret your order's been keeping.
What does that mean?
Wardens act like the heroes of Thedas, but they hide just as many shadows as they fight.
Ooh.
And your crows are saints?
No, but we don't pretend to be. We're honest about our work.
Mia says, I wanted to explain more, but I didn't want to give a spoiler either, so I'm just glad you saved Treviso in the end. Thank you for that. No problem. I hope we get there. We get there to the spoiler, so we can talk more about it. I hope we get there soon, so we can react to it and talk more about it. Mia adds, as you see, Minrathous didn't get ruined the way Treviso does if you let Treviso fall. Minrathous still looks mostly the same, and have a good evening, Scott. Yeah, because it was ruined already by the demons that came out of the Fade when Solus was trying to tear down the veil. Yeah, and it also matches the feel of Minrathous. It is dark and cyberpunky and gothic and brutalist. But yeah, that is right. It was the right decision for us. Thanks for watching, Scott. I hope you get a good night's sleep. See you next time. Take care, says Rose. Thank you for the waving emote, Scott. Roses, I think you mentioned that there's a reason why the Antam wouldn't defend Treviso. It's because they were the ones who brought the the blighted dragon to Treviso. There we go. Let's start the quest with Davrin and Assan. Explore the forest. Meet Davrin at the location marked. Davrin wants to take Assan on an outing to stretch his wings. This far out? This far out?
Let's get going.
How dare... Just kidding.
I've been thinking.
Yes.
Lancet and Remy used special food to train the griffins. Said it was the fastest way to start a bond.
Right, the... what'd you call it?
Turlum.
Turlum?
That's it. And gingerwort truffles were the griffins' favorite treats. They grow around ruins. We're going to teach Assan how to find some.
Ooh, okay. So ruins in the Arlathan Forest are just ruins all over Thedas. And truffles. Truffles are always great. Chocolate truffles are the best type of truffles. But we've also got, you know, the Italian mushroom variety of truffles. I love making chocolate truffles. That is the first Valentine's Day recipe I've learned. I think I would say 17 when I learned to make truffles. I think 18. And that was a long time ago. I was born 1920, as you all know. 1920. Let's go, Assan.
How did you end up with the Grey Wardens?
Grew up in a Dalish clan. I'd hear all these stories about things that happened thousands of years ago.
The Dalish do love their history.
Except I wanted to make history. Didn't fit in. Got bored, so I went looking for adventure.
How'd that go over with your clan?
Poorly. They felt like I rejected them.
Ooh,
did you?
Yeah,
backstory, rather.
I suppose. Clan life wasn't for me. I had to get away.
So then what happened? You're out in the world looking for adventure.
Got my ass kicked. Went broke.
No.
I couldn't go crawling back to my clan of failure.
Aw,
Doubt they'd
poor
take
Davrin.
me back. It forced me to figure out what I was good at. Always had a knack for hunting.
There we go. Lost in time. not lost in space. I thought the rift had taken me to another part of the forest, but I was wrong. I am lost, not in space, but in time. Following the river to find my way, I came across a crooked willow several meters away from the bank. Did you know the river had moved? I will make my way to the Meadows Crossing. I hope you didn't get there, because that place is butted. Perhaps there's already a settlement there and someone who can help. Marin. Scribbled below in another's hand. The forest toys with us. I found this in a leather pouch buried beneath the willow 2 days after Marin went missing. The pouch was a gift. It was new. Now the strings are crumbling. This is his writing, but on aged deerskin. Mana Shiral Lethalin. I hope you found your way. Ireland. Oh no. So Marin went to the past. And he probably got all lost and all of that. And I don't know if he ever made it back. But the leather pouch became more aged. That's scary. The space-time continuum. Mia says exactly, chocolate truffles over mushroom ones any day. Oh, chocolate truffles, they're the best. They're so easy to make. You only need heavy cream, like the whipping cream, and then chocolates. The end. 2 ingredients. We've got another. So I think this was the place that was previously locked and then inaccessible to us. But now we have it. We've unlocked that chest. I'm always worried that we might miss out on chests because this game is linear. But so far, we haven't really missed out on anything, I hope. I don't know if we missed out on the bunnhops, the candle hops and Minrathous, but I couldn't care less. Field notes of last days, a page of a bestiary singed. They found us. These things wronged before the veil, and wrong still, their hate grew weapons to fight gods, and found fear in flesh. I wonder what the Antam get in return, says Rose. I think since you saved Treviso, it will become clear as to their motivations later on, says Mia. All right. We just need to wait. We need but wait. And it'll all become clear. Thank you for your guidance, our patron, our Lady of Guidance. That's it. That is your new title, Mia. Patron Saint of Guidance. Our Lady of Guidance. There we go. Anything that we... Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Terrible. Why does that happen to us? There's like a whirlwind thing over there. Interesting. Assan? Where are you? My dear baby. My baby takes the morning train. I don't know what's wrong with my mouse today. It was alright. It was doing well earlier. Pretty little baby. Oh, this area's blocked off, so we should just keep going. Beautiful, beautiful game. I love it. Pretty little baby. Pretty little baby. Oh, we've got more resources here. We shouldn't forget to trade with the wisp. Oh, hey, Assan. Wait, where is he? I think I saw him earlier. You shouldn't forget to trade with the wisp back at the crossroads, the shadow dragon wisp, so that we can make sure to get the best ending rather. We did it.
What are you doing? It's not a truffle. That's a nug. You'll get fleas.
No, let him
He's
play
having
with
fun.
him.
Truth is, he purrs when you scratch him.
Oh!
Maybe we can speed things up by helping him. Let's search the bushes.
No,
Look
I want to
around for
scratch him.
truffles.
I want to scratch his
Ow,
head.
that was a thorn.
Ow!
Keep looking.
Ow, Davrin.
Nug droppings. Yuck.
Yeah.
The Nugs pretty much own Arlathan Forest.
Well, Sister Liliana should be here. So she can go and take care of all the nugs.
Nope. This is harder than it looks.
Oh!
It's fleas, isn't it? What'd I tell you?
He's got fleas already?
Actually, I think it's a truffle.
Huh.
He did it.
Maybe the nugs like truffles.
Oh.
Could Assan know that if you follow them, you might find truffles?
He's a smart
Are you really that
boy.
smart, boy?
Mia says, Lamau, I'll take it. Divine Empress Bunhalia and Enchanter Lady Rose. I love those roles and the emotes. Thank you so much. Seems unlikely. That's so mean. You expect an answer. Yes, he is.
Seems pretty clever to me.
If only you'd be clever enough to listen.
No, he's a stubborn boy.
You're still getting to know each other. Remember, Turlum.
Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you.
Remy was probably right. Remember how she said he needed a lighter touch?
Yes.
If I go soft on him, the world would chew him up.
Let's give you both a chance and see if he can find any more of these.
You don't have to be too harsh.
How?
That's
Find some
abuse.
nugs, see what happens. So how did you go from hunter to slayer of monsters?
There we go.
Uncle Eldrin.
More backstory.
An old elf I knew growing up. When I was a kid, I'd hunt just about anything. Rabbits, deer, fox. Eldrin gave that purpose. Taught me the way of 3 trees. The way of the arrow, way of the bow, way of the wood.
That sounds noble.
Eldrin taught me to hunt the unnatural so the natural can thrive. Be a force for good. Besides, it was either that or starve. Monsters paid good coin.
But why become a Grey Warden? If you were making money on your own.
I didn't leave my clan to get rich. Had to prove it was all worth something. I needed a cause.
There must be easier causes than fighting Darkspawn all your life.
Darkness is a sparring partner. The greater the shadow you confront, the stronger you are for winning.
Till you meet one you can't beat.
Haven't yet.
Wow, that confidence. That confidence. Certainly Divine Lady Mia says Rose. Aw, thank you, Rose says Mia. Aw, too sweet. I think I should do a hard save. Maybe my computer is tired. My retro computer is tired of it. That's why I'm getting a little bit of, I don't know, some graphical anomalies. Ooh! Oh no! We've got 2 skeletons here. I'm so sad. We didn't make it out of the ever-changing forest. They've got a power crystal on the other side of this. I love the rainbows. They're pretty. Can we get to the power crystal, I wonder? Can we get to it? No. No. Maybe not that one. Waterfront Glades is the name of this area. Where'd Assan go? He is a handful. He can be a handful. Oh, what a beautiful statue of a... Is that a hollow? No, it's a deer. Or is that a hollow? Maybe it is. This door is sealed. We can't go there. But there's also this barge. Oh, okay. Can we go this way? Oh, what is this? A pot. A jar, rather. Ultimate full. That's for our ultimate. Okay. Out of bounds. But at least we got some resources. We are halfway there. We are halfway there. And the week is almost over. Any plans for the weekend? I think for us, we are so currently busy working on the next Ragnarok Online lore video, but Rose is almost done editing the video. I think by the end of the day, by the end of today, rather. There's nothing on top, but we cannot get there just yet. By the end of today, we would have been. It would be almost done. The video is almost ready. Will have been ready by the end of today. And then, so this weekend we'll just have to. Okay, that is currently inaccessible. We'll have to polish it. Watch it a couple of times to see if there are any other things that need to be changed or modified. And then it'll be ready to be uploaded maybe Tuesday next week, and then we'll have the premiere Saturday night, I think, next week. I'll BRB have to make a phone call. Alright, no problem, Mia, take your time. I hope it will be a pleasant phone call. Oh, look at all the nugs! Look at all the nugs! This is so cute.
I think Assan's got something. Why don't you take a look?
That is a lot of nugs. A lot of nugs indeed. We got another chest. And a codex entry. Beyond the veil, a map in a hand unused to paper. Their terror was trembling and palpable. Land as empty as this new void in us that seizes the spirit and makes us suddenly meet. That's scary. So many mementos because there are a lot that you can purchase from the merchants as well. We'll have to do that to level up our caretaker. I think they are currently level 6. I would love to make them level 10 soon. To see what they can do for us.
I'll be damned. Follow the nugs.
Like I said, he's a clever one.
Smart
Might
one.
make a tracker out of you yet. Hungry? What? It's gingerwort. Eat it.
Remember, light touch.
Exactly.
I mean, it's dessert fit for a prince. See?
You have to be. You have to entice him by calling him a prince. It's like, behave, Assan. You can trust Assan. Don't be too tough. I mean, yeah, you can trust Assan.
He'll be fine. He just has a strong spirit. Let him grow into it.
Might not have time for that. With Lancet and Remy gone, if something happens to me, he'll have to stand on his own.
So, don't let anything happen to you.
Yeah, that's your responsibility, Davrin.
Death's around every corner. Not that I don't enjoy punching it squarely in the face.
Ooh, confidence is sexy. We have an option to flirt with him. There we go. We'll flirt with him
I like
once.
that confidence.
That's how you win.
It's not all about winning. Sometimes I enjoy the pursuit, too.
Ah, the thrill of the chase.
Yeah, he couldn't care less. Assan couldn't care less.
That's enough for one day.
Oh, but he's having fun.
He overeats, and you'll find out how fun griffin puke is.
Oh no!
Assan, you heard him. Let's go.
No puking. What a cute little boy. I love Assan. There we go. How to train a griffin. Davrin has finally found a food. Assan enjoys eating gingerbread truffles and hunting for the elusive treat. Davrin gained a new understanding of Assan's intelligence, and both Warden and Griffin bonded a little more during their forest excursion. Yeah, I hope he learns not to be too tough on Assan. Yeah, I don't know if Davrin's the guy for us. He is on the, you know, extremely confident, a little bit too stern side of things. I understand that he's not wrong in a way. He wants Assan to be tough because if you know, it's a Grey Warden, there is death in every corner, as he says. But then there are so many Grey Wardens. There are still a lot of Grey Wardens in the world. You just gotta find them. No. Wrong way. But I feel like a small part of the Arlathan Forest has opened for us. So we'll take advantage of it. There we go. We'll have to take that power crystal somewhere. I don't know if there's a way to get up there. Oh, alright. We'll see. We'll find a way. Fast travel unlocked here. So, you shouldn't get too worried, I think. Personally, I think that Davrin shouldn't be too worried about what would happen to Assan if he's gone. There are a lot of Grey Wardens still left in Thetis to take care of Assan if something happens to him. So you shouldn't pressure Assan to grow up too fast. And I think that is his problem. Maybe romancing him can, maybe we don't even need to romance him. Maybe our friendship with him, as we go along, as we move along with the plot, will make him realize that. So you wouldn't have to be too tough. But it's also your nature, right? I also care a lot about people's nature. Ow, there's another one over there. Let's go take that. No, if we take that power crystal, we cannot power that up. So if his nature is to be stern and tough and to be, you know, a bit too strict, then yeah, I don't think it would be a great match. But this romance, our playthrough is communal. We believe in communal romance here. So it's not really my personal decision. It's up to you guys. But it's hard to tell, really, if a person's nature is that of sternness and strictness, and they think that you have to toughen up people. Or is it just like a defense mechanism that eventually, maybe if you get to know them better, or if you, I don't know, like, the longer you travel together and experience life's
that place
challenges,
where Rook found
maybe
you, the ossuary.
maybe it'll
What
change.
else goes on there?
Nothing good.
How did you survive it?
Shut down completely. Think nothing, feel nothing, except what you need to escape.
What's left?
If you're lucky, revenge. And bad dreams.
Sad. It is sad. Lucanus has been through a lot too, and he lost his beloved grandma. So we've got 2 paths here. I'll probably take this one first. Oh, yeah! Wait, never mind. That is a chest that we have previously taken. We've previously looted that. Okay, so it just leads back to the grove, or the area where we helped Assan find his truffles. His yum-yums. But yeah, it's hard to tell if Davrin is someone that I would date in real life, as they say, you know. If I were 80 years younger, as you know, I was born in 1920. That is our lore here. It's
Be ready.
He's definitely oh, where is it? Who are we getting attacked by? I don't know. I can't see any enemies. Oh, we've got another Avenura statue here. Now, I just don't see eye to eye with people who believe that you have to toughen up people, children especially, if you want them wanting to have greater chances at survival. I don't believe in that.
Trouble ahead.
Because that's borderline abuse.
I could use the practice.
Impressive, Rook.
Thank you.
You have to move.
We'll see. I'm secretly hoping that... Ooh, these flowers are dead. That the poll doesn't say Davrin. I'm fine romancing everyone, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll give him a chance. I'll see. You know, he might change. But if that's his nature, if that's his core, as I say, then it's kind of hard. It's hard to change your core. I think your core is something that you cannot change. I use that, the term core. I'm not really sure if it's a term that I coined, or maybe it's always been a psychological term, or a philosophical term, maybe. But I use the term core to describe who you really are deep inside, your values, things that don't get easily changed. So if his core is really on the toughen up side of things, then yeah, I will see. I don't think we're a great match, if so. I would say that Harding is... Ooh, there we go. Lara, please help us across the phase. I think Harding is the one that I feel like I can relate to the most, and I feel like I, personally, if I had to choose who to romance in, if I really have to, because these days I don't really romance characters in games. Because I'm spoken for, I don't really need to romance anyone, but if I really have to romance someone, I would choose, at this point, Harding. But I'm also not opposed to Lara, I'm not opposed to Neb, although she hates us at the moment. For the boys, Lucanus seems very interesting. I like his charisma. He's confident, but not too overconfident. He's not stern. He isn't, look at all those crows. He's not stern. He doesn't seem like a guy who thinks that you have to toughen up. Toughen up is the only way to survive. Mia says, okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Mia. And Davrin's an absolute nah for me. If his personality was as nice as his looks, then it would have been a yes instead. Yeah, exactly, right? I wish the personality matched the looks. I really wished so. If only. If only he was, you know, kinder, more gentle, and charismatic. But I feel like he's a bit too much of a stern guy. But maybe he's a tsundere. I keep saying that. Maybe he is someone who is just tough on the outside, but eventually he'll be on the kinder, the gentler side. Maybe just needs to learn to let go. To let go, begin again tonight. Fallout New Vegas, Dead Money DLC. He needs to let go of his fears. Maybe that will help him ease up a bit. Rose says, welcome back, Mia, with the cute heart emotes. Thank you for that. There we go. I'm glad that this quest opened up more areas here in the Arlathan Forest for us. Yo! Let's get rid of the blight.
Darkspawn. Let's clear them out.
Disgusting. There's also a chest, maybe at the end of this area.
I'll make this quick.
Ooh! Okay, here's another mini boss fight one. Maybe a revenant or a champion will come out of that blighted cyst.
Step it up, Lucanus.
Sissy pigs. Sissy pigs. Outer world.
Save a little for the rest of us, Rook.
Save a little for me.
Nice hit, Rook.
Get clear.
John Legend who sang that song. Make room for my love. Save room for my life. I can't remember. It's a really old one. I think it was John Legend who sang that.
Get out of there.
That should take care of it.
There we go. Bond increased with Mr. Davrin. Our
one for us.
Grey Warden. Oh, I guess we'll have to get rid of that before we go around and loot. Mia says that's my favorite John Legend song. Oh.
Get ready.
Really? I'm so happy that I hope I got to cheer you up even if my lyrics are off. I like that song too. Oh, let's go and check if we bought combos available. No. Vulnerable to fire. So we'll do death from above. And then resistant to necrosis. So we cannot do any of the Lucanus abilities. So we'll just do a supportive thing for Lucanus.
Ranged attacks.
I'm ranged too, Davin.
Now's your chance.
There we go.
Take your
and
blight
Tara's
with you.
Is he a champion or a revenant? He's a champion. I don't know the difference.
Better get this where it's needed.
There we go. We can unlock more areas in the at the crossroads. An epic amulet! Yay, yay, yay! All Mother's Cops. This planet represents the deep roots that grow within every kind heart. It's set to bolster the wearer's talent. Now we have 25 rage when using a smash ability versus an enemy with armor. Save room, make room for my love. Is it save room or make room for my love? I'll have to look that up. Make a little. Save a little. I think it's save a little. Save a little for me. We always see John Legend on QVC selling his skincare products. There's that. There's that. Where is it? How can I get there? Oops. Can I climb up? How do I? How do I climb up? Where is that? I need to find it. I need to find that orb. Give me that orb. Oh, do we need a crystal? Oh, there. The pier has been transformed by the light. Is now emission point for the surrounding area. What is an emission point? It emits light? Is that it? An emission point? There we go. So what happens now? Ooh, we've got a codex entry. Lol, I haven't thought about QVC in forever, says me. In order to sleep, I feel like watching QVC helps us sleep for some reason. Further notes on a mystery substance from a scroll found in the ruins, translated from Elven by Belara. I fear something terrible has happened with Atrahel, although through no fault of my own, of course. His strength continues unabated, but he has changed. He is different now, sharper, yet he speaks less than ever. What happened to Atrahel? I cannot properly describe it, but when he does speak, I hear the voice of another presence joined with his. He has been possessed, I guess. I fear confronting Atrahel, for the strength the substance has granted him may surpass even my own. But I cannot countenance a threat such as he has become. I must consider my options carefully. Oh wow, creepy, writes Belara. Oh wow, creepy. That's all you can say? Oh sure. Sure, Belara. I love her. I love her little notes. There we go. That's it. That's what we needed. We use it to sleep, says Rose. True. You know these candied apples that they sell, especially in Christmas, during the Christmas season on QVC? I would love to get a hold of those. Yummy. Oh, we got more blight. And do we need a power crystal over there? No. Ah, that's a door. But first, let's get the chest. Oh yeah, and there is a power crystal. Mia says, I fell asleep on bunnhop's DAI playthrough part 31 last night. Really? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you watching the old live streams. Those really creep me out. Those hands sticking out of the chest. Some of the stuff there looks interesting though. On QVC, I agree. There are things that I would love to purchase from QVC. Yay! Now we can open this door. Where does it lead to?
Spite still behaving?
As much as ever.
You live another day.
And so do you. Spite would shred you after I tore you apart.
I give you more for a gentleman assassin.
I'm a professional, not a gentleman. I get the job done. Manners don't come into it.
He is a gentleman. That song by Psy. Song by Psy. Mofo gentleman. Are we done with this? Have we completed it? I think so. I think so. Mia says, no thank you, lol. It was so much fun to see the aftermath of Here Lies the Abyss again. Here lies the abyss. Oh! Have we got another Fenharel altar? I guess so. That quest. Here lies the abyss. Oh, it's up there. There we go.
Another of those Fenharel altars.
Resourceful, aren't we? I'm back. What did I miss? As Manu. Hello, welcome back, Manu. We just did Davrin's quest, where we took a walk out here in the Arlathan Forest with Davrin and the Griffin, his Griffin Assan. And then we helped Assan find truffles, because I guess those are her favorite treats. We are switching from worn whittler, a whittling knife that has been worn down and resharpened countless times, to sharpened hook knife for Davrin. It's a rare trinket, a wood carving tool ideal for sweeping upward strokes. Only for sweeping upward strokes, not downward ones. Its sharp edge creates razor thin shavings. It is for wood carving. I forgot what that quest was, says Rose. I think it's the is it the Fade one? Or is it the I feel like it's the one where you recruit the mages. No, it's the Fade one, right? It is the Fade one. Here lies the abyss. I have all but forgotten it. It's sad. I feel like I'm useless sometimes when it comes to lore. I keep forgetting things. Hey Manu, I don't think you missed much. We just spent some time with Davrin and Assan, says Rose. Agree. Are there things that we need to do? Oh yeah, we need to find the Fenharel or altar. Mia says it was the quest where you end up in the fate and decide the fate of the wardens in Orlais. Yes, there we go. Thank you for that. I keep getting confused when it comes to title or the names of quests in Dragon Age Inquisition. But the names of the quests are pretty. I like them. What is that thing waiting for us over there? It's a bear. Oh no, it is a wolf. Why did I say a bear? It looked like a bear from afar. So we have two areas here that we can explore. I think it's in the north, right? Manu says, oh, I see. Thank you. No problem at all, Manu. Rose says it would have been nice to see Off in this game. I think he survived in that playthrough. I strongly believe that he did. He did survive in that playthrough. There is a quest with the shadow... sorry, not the shadow dragons. The veil jumpers. Can I make this jump? No. I guess we need a power crystal? Do we? Is there no way to... No, I don't think so. Maybe it'll open up to us somehow. Somehow. I don't see any path. Oh, okay. I think it is that inaccessible door over there. Okay, I guess we'll just have to turn back. When will we get to meet Tash and Emmerich? Oh, we can do that other quest. The recruitment quests next stream. Because we are nearing the end of the stream. Ooh, nice fishy. I saw some fish. This is a rift of some sort. This is a rift.
Get back!
Oh! Too slow. Beast! I really love that, that skill. The beast skill. A reference, of course, to our beloved Sarah from Inquisition. Mia says, in the World of Theta's art book, the devs show that they plan to include a quest where you rescue the guy you left in the Fate and DAI in VG and see how they survived, but they cut it. That's so sad. That is such a big missed opportunity. Oh. Cut quest, cut content, it's always sad. In all games. Oh, we still cannot go down there. So there's still a couple of areas to the north and the northeast. The northeast, just the northeast of the Arlathan Forest that we cannot go to at the moment. Mine says happens. I also sometimes forget some things of the lore. I try to pay a lot of attention when I'm playing. Also, I'm starting to read the books. I'm reading The Calling. It helps to remember things. Yes, I do remember we were about to ask the staff at the bookstore for Dragon Age books because we were in line, but then I had to go to the restroom and then we just had to go back. So I'll have to, of course, go there again. The next time we get enough sleep, we'll probably go to the mall.
Good job taking care of those darkspawn. We'll keep an eye out for more.
No problem, Strive. We'll see if they are selling Dragon Age books at that bookstore. There is a quest for us over here. They probably cut out a lot of content, right? Asks Rose, and she adds, we also need to get the books. It's so hard to find it in store. True. Mia says, Rose, they did. I was really kind of sad to see all that they cut out. Lol, they had they included in the game would have been a bigger success for sure. Yes, we all want to know what happened.
Strife talked about you. I need your help.
Whoever we left in the Fade back in the AI. An Inquisition.
Can you help? There
Sure.
are veil jumpers in the forest who have been gone too long.
Oh no.
They were searching for relics. With the recent troubles, they could use a protective escort to bring those relics back to camp.
I'll start the search.
And I'll stay here, in case someone shows up.
Okay. But sadly, this is where we have to end our stream. But we will pick up right where we left off. We will pick up somewhere here. Next stream, and that will be next week, hopefully next Monday night. We usually try to do Monday night streams. Look at that face! Why is my rook doing that face? It makes her look so weird. Kinda weird. That smug face. But yeah, we try to do Monday night streams, but we weren't able to do so this week because Rose and I have been busy working on the next Ragnarok online lore video, which will be ready for premiere next Saturday night. So I hope you all look forward to that. So yeah, that's the reason why we weren't able to stream Monday night this week, but it'll be fine. Hopefully next Monday night we will be back with another episode for our Dragon Age the Veilguard series, and our goal is to do that quest. Our agenda for the next stream will be to do his quest, Elio's quest, as well as our recruitment quests for Emmerich and Tash, the Dragon Slayer, and Where the Dead Must Go. And also, we've got this Gate of Fated Glories. It will now be, I think it will now be accessible to us because we got that champion essence. Maybe that might be that could lead us to the last wolf statuette, the memory. Well, one of those soulless memories. These one are higher leveled. So yeah. we'll do that as well. So I guess we'll do the Arlathan Forest quest first because we are already here. And then we will do the Crossroads. The Gate of Faded Glories will unlock another area of the Crossroads. And then we'll try it off. Recruit both of them next stream. I hope we can do that. I hope that we have enough time to recruit both of them. Ha ha ha, says Manu. I know. If only they didn't cut out a lot. Yes, for sure. There were many missed opportunities and we don't get to meet a lot of the characters from previous games. I don't know if we get to see Liliana or Cassandra, who says Rose. Oh yeah, those are some of our top companions and advisor for Liliana in Inquisition. Mine says, I got the books on Amazon. I hope you can get the books. I hope so too. Yeah, Amazon is always an option. I guess I usually go for hardcover. And I think that's the problem. The last time I tried to look up those books, they weren't available in hardcover. That guy sounds exactly like Davrin, lol. Elio? Maybe it's the same voice actor. And she adds, Rose, I know. Manu says, oh no, stream already ending. Don't worry, Manu will be back again Monday night and also Wednesday night next week. Rose says, I think we need to order it online too. That's probably what we have to do. Mia says, this was so much fun. Can't wait for the next stream and see what else we uncover. Yes, let's do it. I really hope we get to complete our team by next week. I'm sure we can, but I'm not sure if we can do it all next stream. But after we've completed all of our teammates and spent some time with them, we will do a poll. We will make a poll and see who we should romance in this playthrough of Veilguard. That smug look. It makes her look so silly. But yeah, I would love to hear your comments and who you think we should romance. That will be sometime next week. We'll make that poll on YouTube and on socials as well. But until then, I'll have to. Well, we have already done a save, right? There we go. I'll have to switch screens so that we can present to you the Japanese word of the day before I forget it. Oh no, so sorry about that, Manu, says Rose. Oh, I hope you come again next stream. I hope we see you again next stream, Manu. Monday nights and Wednesday nights we are here playing Veilguard. I'm so excited to meet all of our companions. We've got 2 of them, two more to meet, and then we will have completed our team. Thank you, Mia, says Rose. We can't wait to see what happens in the game. Manu says, thank you for the stream, Bun. Have a good evening, everyone. Have a good evening, and I hope you enjoy your dinner, Manu. Rose says, thank you so much for watching, Manu. I hope you have a great evening. Please take care. Mia says, have a good night, everyone. Can't wait for the poll. I can't wait to see who you recommend, Mia. But our Japanese word for the day is dekiru. Very simple. It means I can do it. It's a difference. It's the opposite. It's the antonym of one of our previous Japanese words of the day. I think it was dekinai a couple of streams ago. So today it's dekiru. I can do it. Is this centered? I think it's centered. Oh, there we go. Dekiru. It means I can do it. If a friend of yours, or maybe your boss, or maybe a coworker asks you, can you pick up the letters for me, or can you pick up those documents for me? You can tell them, dekiru, I can do it. I'll do it for you. Done. There we go. It is a very simple word. I hope you get the chance to practice it or to use it this week. Dekiru. Someone asks you, can you play an instrument? You'll say dekiru. Dekiru yo. I can do it. Can you cook something for me? Because I'm sick. You say dekiru yo. I can do it for you. There we go. That's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I definitely did. Absolutely did. I love the fact that we have already gone past that difficult decision. Now, the first major decision, I wouldn't say first. I think the first major decision was whether or not, I think you needed to choose between Nev or Harding, right? That was the first major decision, but it's not such a big decision. It wasn't as big as this one, Minrathous or Treviso. I still feel so grateful for towards Mia, because she, our patron saint of knowledge and guidance. She was the one who told us that we can still complete the game and get the best ending with the Treviso choice. There we go. Roses, I hope we can see you on Monday or Wednesday, Manu. I hope so too. She adds, it was also great. It was also so great seeing you, Divine Lady Me. I hope you have a great day and take care. To have a great rest of your week, everyone. I'll see you all Friday night for another episode of our Chill Play Oblivion Remastered series. Until next time, take care, good night, and goodbye. Mia says, Dekiru! Dekiru! So good! Manu says, I hope I can watch next stream on Monday. I hope so too. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I just saw it. Manu says, Watashi wa shukudai dekiru. Yeah, you managed to do it. Good job, Manu. You're able to do your homework. Shukudai dekiru yo. And then if you say you're done with it, you say shukudai dekita. There we go. Again, thank you everyone. Goodbye.